Hi guys, today we're going to do the sunflower rag kit. So I'm going to go over what you're going to get in the kit and then we're going to make it so you can follow along with me. If you have the kit, if you don't have the kit and you want to get one, you can order just the wood pieces or the whole complete kit, and I'll have the information in the description below for you. Alright, so in your kit you're going to get your 2 wood pieces for your sunflower base. You're going to get paint, which will be in little containers like this, and you're going to get glue. You're going to get the paintbrush. You're going to get a hanger, jute hanger. You're going to get some ribbon. It may be a little different ribbon. I want to find a little bit different ribbon so it ties a little better, but this is what I have right now. So you're going to get some kind of ribbon. You're going to get a black and white polka dot fabric, a black sunflower fabric, a solid yellow fabric, and another yellow figured fabric, pattern fabric. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do, and I'm not going to use that paintbrush, I have other paintbrushes here, so we're going to set this aside. First thing you're going to do is paint your wood piece. Okay, so you're going to paint the outside part yellow, we're going to get this, and you can paint these inside little spokes yellow too. Alright, then you're going to paint the inside part black. Okay, feel free, to fast forward this if you're not working with me making the kit at the same time. You can fast forward just so you get an idea of what they're going to do. You don't have to sit and watch me paint, but I thought if somebody was doing it along with me, then we'll just keep the video rolling. You don't have to be super picky about the painting here because it's all going to get covered up. The outside ring is getting covered up with the fabric, and the inside ring is getting covered up with the sunflower seed part. Alright, so we got that. We're going to set that aside to dry. And we're going to bring our sunflower seed portion, and it's going to get painted brown. Your wood pieces will have little brown spots around them. That's from the laser cutting the holes, and that will be fine. You're going to cover them up anyways. That's a natural part of lasering the wood. this is a pretty quick project. And it's a very easy project. It'd be a great project for kids to do. I have a couple other kits on my Etsy store, and I've had some homeschoolers make them, so it's a good project for homeschoolers and their art projects, or if they're learning about sunflowers or flowers or something, fall things. Be a great project to add into it, and they're very easy for kids to do. Okay, all done painting, so we're going to set all that aside and let that dry. Then we're going to bring our material in. Save that till last. So your material will have cut marks in them. Okay, and this is your rag part. So what you're going to do is you're just going to take where it's cut and you're just going to rip it. And this is pretty fun. If you're having a bad day, you rip some fabric. Okay, so we're going to rip all the fabric. It all has, you should have, I think, 8 of each one. Alright, so we'll set that aside. Well, another thing I like to do is just kind of pull it through my hands and kind of take some of the excess string off and then just kind of stack it, because we'll put it in the order that you want to put it on your sunflower. So we'll take out a few extra strands. I mean, there's going to be strings. It is a rag quilt, or not quilt, a rag door hanger. So, but we can take some of them off from the extra from the ripping of it. Alright, so we'll get this done. Okay, so we're going to stack that. And then we're going to take our yellow. The yellow is a little bit harder to rip, so I made a little bit deeper cut, so it's a little harder to rip. I don't know why, but this type of fabric it is. Oops, sorry, knocked the camera. Alright, then we're going to do the same thing, run it through our fingers or hand, and then stack it. And then we got our sunflower, same thing with the edge that has the cuts. You're gonna rip. Kids like to really do this too. Okay, run it through our hands, stack it. I mean, you really don't have to stack it, but for me it's just easier when we're putting it on the ring to put them in piles and put them in the order that we're putting them on. You don't have to put them in any order. You can just pick them up and put them on there. Totally up to you. It's your project. But I'll show you how I did it, and then you can do you. And last one is our black polka dot. I may do another kit with just different shades of yellow if I can find the right fabrics, I may do that and put that on also, but it's going to be the same way. You're going to do the same thing. So if you have the yellow kit, all your fabric is going to be yellow, not the different black and yellows. Okay, all ripped. So now we're going to put them in order. Like I say, you don't have to do this, but this is how I do it. Okay, so you're gonna, I want a black, a yellow, black, yellow, and then it'll be, I think it's 2 yellows together. Yeah, these 2 yellows are together. Because I wanted to put the ribbon in there, add a little more texture. Okay, so now you're going to take this piece, and mine's not quite, the middle's not dry, but I think the outside's dry, so we're going to give it a shot. Okay, you're going to want to let yours dry. Alright, let's move these up a little bit. Okay, so you're going to take your first pattern fabric, you're going to fold it in half, match the ends, fold it in half. Then you're going to take the folded edge, take it from the front to the back, and you're going to put it through the ring. You're going to open up the folded part, and you're going to take the tail and put it through the folded part there. And then, since it's a one-sided fabric, you don't have to do this, but I think it looks prettier. If you take the back piece that is with the wrong side facing and give it a little twist down here so that both right sides are facing the tail, put the tails together, and then you're going to wiggle this so that it gets tight around the ring. Okay, and there's your first petal. Okay, and we're going to go with the yellow, the next one in the order here. Fold it, put the loop right next to the one you just put on, go from the front to the back, and then you're going to take your loop, put your tail through it, and then you're going to open it up and twist this back piece so that the front, the pretty side's showing. Okay, put the 2 tails together and wiggle, and that will give you, okay, and that's how it goes. That's how easy that is. Okay, you're just going to keep going with your colors. So now I got the black and white polka dot. I'm folding it in half, going through the ring, front side to the back, putting the tails through the loop, pulling it a little bit, separating it, twisting the back, matching them up, and pulling to get them tight. Okay, and we're going to keep doing that. Now we got the solid yellow. And we're going to stick it through the front. Loop. This one we don't have to, it's the same on both sides, so we don't have to twist it. Alright. And the next one is the ribbon. We're doing the same thing. We do not have to twist it because it's the same on both sides. At least this one is. If we have a different ribbon, we may have to twist it, but think I'm going to try to get a satin and instead of the grosgrain ribbon, because the grosgrain doesn't tighten up very nicely. I think the satin will tighten up, but this is what I had on hand to do the first couple. So there we go. There's our first set of patterns, and we're going to do another set in the same ring portion between the two spokes. So you're going to do 2 of each pattern in this first set of spokes. So you might have to push them a little bit to get them in there. All right, so then we're going to go back to the sunflower fabric and do the same thing. And this is repetitive all the way around. So this is where if you want to fast forward to find out what you're going to do next, you can do that. Or if you're making it with me, you can just keep going with me. Okay? You can all, pause the video and catch up or whatever you want to do. I'm just going to keep on going here. And twist. As you see, it goes pretty quickly once you get your rhythm going here. Alright, now that you got this section filled with 2 of each one, you're going to move to the next section, start all over again. We're going to put 2 of each pattern in this next section. We'll clean all this up when we get all done. We can take a few of these straggler frayed strings off when we get it all done. We're gonna trim the edges up so that it's pretty. Oh, looks like one of these fell off. That's the way I think I'm going to change the ribbon because it just doesn't want to stay on. Once it's up hanging, it'll be fine, but it just doesn't tighten up like it should. Alright, done with that. Back to the beginning. Forgot the polka dot. And again, you don't have to do it in any specific order. You can just do random fabrics. And then if you just bought the kit with the wood pieces, of course, you can get whatever fabric you want. This is just what I found and I liked it, so thought it was cute. And then we're halfway done. Right, on to the next section. I got some paint on that, but that'll be fine. That's why I want to make sure that it's dry. To the first material. And twist. And tug. This sunflower is my original design, so I was excited that it turned out how I imagined it was going to be like. Sometimes it doesn't always work that way when you're trying to design something. I'm going to try to design a Christmas tree next for Christmas. See how that turns out. Stay tuned. Back to the beginning. We should have 2 left of each for the next section. last section. Getting there, guys. That's not how we do it. All right, last set. Last polka dot one. Last one. All right, that didn't take long. Okay, now we're going to move these a little bit closer because space out your things. Try to cover that up a little bit and just go around and kind of space out your petals. Okay. Now the next thing we're going to do is going to trim. You don't have to do this, but I think it makes a little more finished look. You're going to take a pair of scissors and you're going to take each petal, put the ends together, fold it in half, and then cut at an angle from the. So we're making a point on the petal. So we're going to make a point on the petal, and then it's going to be like this. But this is, again, this is optional. You do not have to do this. You can leave them the other way. All right, so we're going to go through and do that. We're going to match the edges, fold it in half, and go from the outside to the inside top to make a point. Okay? I'm going to do that on each petal. Match, fold, cut. You don't have to be super specific about it because it is a craft, a rag craft, and petals aren't perfect, so. Halfway done. all done. Put those off to the side here. Alright, and you can adjust. Now if you want to pull some of these, you can. If not, that's fine. I kind of like them because it is a rag sunflower. But you can take some of them off. Okay, lay them out like that. Alright, then we're going to take the brown sunflower seed and we're going to glue that right onto there. Okay, so you're going to take your glue that's in this little container, and I'm going to go grab my glue. I forgot to get it. Okay, this is wood glue, and you're just going to, it will dry clear, but try not to be too messy with it. So put a little bit on the outside and just kind of squiggle it in. But you will have a little spatula thing to put yours on with. So, all right, do that, and then just put it right here on. Oh wait, we gotta do something first. I think it'd be easier, but I almost forgot. We can do it later, but I think it's easier to do it now. So we're going to take your hanger and we're going to put it in here and just tie it around where one of the spokes is. Okay. And you can move that to the back. Alright, and then bring your other end, and you can make this what you can shorten it if you want, or you can leave it the length that it is. And then we're going to tie this around to the back. Alright, now you got your hanger. Okay, now we'll glue that on. I mean, you can do it later if you forget, but okay, so now we're going to put our brown piece on. We're going to center that in there, and we're just going to hold it. You can put something heavy on it to hold it till the glue dries, and then you can just fiddle with your petals, put them where you want, and there you have your sunflower door hanger or wall hanger, wherever you want to put it. Okay, there we go. If you like this, I have some more kits coming up. There are a couple more on my Etsy page, Etsy shop. And so like this video, subscribe, because like I say, I'm going to have some more videos coming out. I have a couple more ideas, like I said, the Christmas, and there's some flags, so I'm going to do the videos for the flags. The flags have been on my website for a while. I've sold a lot of those flags. But there you go. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being crafting with me, and hope to see you soon. Okay, bye.